Celebrate yourself. Make sure you celebrate your wins, right? So when you put out another piece of music, no matter how many streams it gets on that first release or that first hour, the fact that you put it out, I always say, it's easy to shit on somebody's talent, right? Because it's not your cup of tea. It's hard to appreciate and celebrate them just for having the balls to put it out.
Right.
And that is very, very hard. Like, it's why no matter what, I will never, ever, ever shit on an artist. If it's not my cup of tea, then cool. But I'm gonna always celebrate you because I know how hard it is just to be able to put it out there and you're gonna get criticized. Like, you almost prepare for that moment, All right. So welcome to Vibe with Vee. Of course, I'm your host.
Pleasure.
V. And today we have a very, very special guest. So Slash always gets on me for pronouncing your name wrong because I think I say Shay instead of Che.
Yeah, my entire family from the South says Shay, but it's Che. Yeah.
Che.
Yeah.
So it's like Cheikaity.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheikaity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Cool. So if you're just joining us, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment and make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure you check out the homie Cheakaity. And we'll talk about his name because I love names. I didn't know how much I love names until I went and purchased over 300 domain names. It's bad. It's bad. I don't buy bags. I don't buy shoes. I buy domains. Okay. So tell us about your name. Where does it come from? The background, all that good stuff.
Right. So, Cheikaity, I think that's how my father would say it, with his very thick, cruel Liberian accent. It comes from Liberia, West Africa, via a couple generations down. I want to say great grandfather, two of them. One was Chie. That is a crude Liberian term meaning like ownership, like my. Similar to in Arabic cultures, they have bin, like bin Laden, bin ID or whatever, like that. That means son of. So it's like a descriptive term. So Kete is where most of the meaning of my name comes from. It means fierce warrior, or the specific warrior that carries the big axe that they send to break unbreakable things. Ooh. Very specific, very graphic, but altogether, just in general, means fierce warrior. Cheikaity, my fierce warrior.
I love that.
And the Americanized pronunciation is Cheikaity.
Cheikaity. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just say, it is such an honor to have you on the show. I thought that my favorite song was Roots.
Wow.
I thought. No, it is definitely still a favorite, but oh my gosh, your catalog is amazing. Jeez. You're like everybody's favorite artist packed into one. Like, you are just, oh my gosh, like, you are just amazing. I wasn't here screaming at you. You don't listen to this. You don't listen to this. So, yeah, I've been listening to you in the shower. I've been listening to you. I was making breakfast this morning. All those. So, yeah, I'm really excited for your journey. I am so happy for you that you found your talent, because not every artist finds their talent, right? Like, they go their whole life and they don't know what it is. Speaking of talents and what you are doing, what is your why? Like, why do you do it?
Very good question. I was actually answering this exact interview question last night. Someone was like, what motivates you? Mm-hmm. And I had to really, really think about it. And, you thought, I want financial stability. I want, those are superficial first. She's like, yeah, well, first of all, I want to I don't want to work in a restaurant no more.
Amen.
But I was like, well, past that, because I'm going to get past that, and there's going to be the sit down moment, and then I'm going to ask myself, am I going to keep doing this? And the answer is going to be yes. And the reason why is, I think the deepest reason why is I look around my family and my immediate sphere of influence, like since I was younger. Again, I was having this conversation. I was like, yeah, I don't know anyone else who's done this. I don't know anyone personally, except until I got into my adult life and my peers that are other artists and they're like in similar journeys. I see them doing it and I see some of them like succeed and stuff like that. But growing up like 3, 4, 5, like 14 years old, people in my family don't really aspire to be anything more than, just get by.
That's deep. That's deep. And I don't think people realize how deep that is, because when we go against the grain, it's such a big deal.
Right. My younger sister, her and like a much older cousin of mine are the only 2 people in my family I know that graduated college, other than my mom. Maybe one of my aunts. So they went the academia route, and they've done, my sister's studying to be a pilot. And my cousin, he's an orthopedist. So those are 2 big sciencey things. And I was growing up, my parents were telling me to be engineers. So I was in engineering classes up until I graduated high school. And, it wasn't until I got there until the recession hit, and then I couldn't do college the way I wanted to. So that thrusted me into the music career, but I had no point of reference. So me getting this far has been just really cool to see. So my little cousins DM me sometime and I'm like, oh man, I'm telling my friends I got a cousin, he's on a song with Gold Link and woo, and I'm just really excited. Like, you're just like, oh, this is my famous cousin, even though me knowing the real deal is it's so much more I got to do. But to them, in the country down there somewhere, it's I've never seen anybody either Broccoli City, all these people so they can stunt saying I'm their cousin and I'm not their brother and stuff like that. But I'm doing it to prove to myself that it can be done, to prove to my family, and to open up, not really to prove, to show them they're right or wrong, but to set an example. Hey, now you have this option. You can do this. You can aspire to be this person, and this is legitimate.
Yeah, so, that's so dope. That is so dope. Hey, you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to expose you to all of this. And, because exposure is everything. It really, really is. You have to see somebody doing it. You have to, be able to connect with somebody that's doing something completely different than what you thought you could do. So, so yeah, that's really dope. That's really dope. I'm so excited. Okay. So Roots. Look at that picture in the back of you.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That is me, for those who don't know. That is a literal photograph.
One. Really?
Yeah, that's a photograph. It's not a painting. It's a photo. It's a whole story to that. It's a photograph that we made look like a painting.
Who did that?
So my creative director, Jada Amani M, we collaborated on, actually, we made a documentary making the first project. And I was saying, you know what? The album cover has to be crazy. I want to turn myself into a tree because I want a literal representation of a grown man. I said, how can I just make ultra literal art? It's okay, a man that grows. What grows? Oh, trees grow. I was like, let's make a man tree thing. And of course, I got the group jokes and all the Marvel people always made jokes about me. But so we literally went on YouTube and learned how to do movie makeup. And I made a mask out of latex, the both of us. And then I made a wig made of just fake leaves and bush and shrubbery. And we made the beard. So that's literally, I can show you, there's a picture of me. I wish I could load it in here, but there's a photograph of me where it's unedited. And it's literally me with the stuff on. And then we put it in Photoshop and just layer by layer by layer. We had to look that up. I was like, how can we turn a picture into a painting? So this is literally a DIY project that we made.
Man, please email that to me so we can actually put it into this episode, because I'm really
for sure. Definitely
excited about that. So when did you start making music?
I started playing instruments when I was 3. Going up to my dad's church, I picked up the drums really, really young. Then by 12, picked up keyboard. A little bit before that, I was singing in choir. I was 8 years old, but I didn't know that I can like sing. I had a feeling I could sing because I could always hear it in my head, but I never like tried to do it out loud until I was like 14 or something like that. And then I kind of shocked myself, like, oh wow, I can do these things that I hear myself do.
So when you did it at 14, did you sound the way you do now?
Similar. It's been an evolution. Of course, like starting out, you're gonna sound like who you like. Like I liked Usher a lot growing up, so I'm gonna mimic Usher, mimic Michael Jackson, and then mimic like the rock songs. Like I like Muse and Radiohead. So it's gonna be like who else? Like I like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. So it's gonna be like an amalgamation of all those.
Yeah,
and it still is a little bit of those. Like there's in so. There, but I think into my early 20s, I started really finding what I sound like. I think a lot of that came out when I was voice. Say it again.
I said like your thing, your voice.
My thing, my voice. And a lot of that I think came out singing in church because like I really wasn't really spaced to imitate anybody else. So it's like, oh, this is the closest to what I sound like when I just sing these songs. Mm-hmm. And then I just have to just compartmentalize my mind and take it out of context and put it back in context and take it out of context. It's difficult. I won't say it's not the easy. Some people that just sing and do that and have that voice, I love that for them, but finding what you sound like, I think I related a lot to the Ray movie, Ray Charles. When Jamie Foxx, there was a part where in the beginning when he first started his career, he kept like doing Nat King Cole covers. I said, oh, you sound more like Nat King Cole than the King himself. And then one of his, I think it was his manager or somebody said, yeah, you need to use your own voice. Like you have a good voice, like use that. And I think that moment for me. Say it again.
No, I said that was a great, like,
and I think that moment that if I can pinpoint it, it was an artist friend of mine named Cicero. He told me, he's like, yeah, you're not really gonna pop until like you really hone into like what you do naturally, like yourself.
Who are you?
And he said, yeah, you got like this great soul thing going on. Like you should like lean into that and see what happens. And before I would like Bryson Tiller was out and everybody's out. So I was trying to like be trendy. He's like, yeah, the trendy thing is cool, but you're really going to see the success you really want to see when you tap into your own thing. And so that's like kind of the genesis story. I was a little bit right before I met Slash. So that's like the genesis story. That's the origin story before the genesis that led me into like that whole grown man wave. So long answer, but
no, it was perfect. It was perfect because like you can tell that you are very comfortable in your artistry is what I love the most about all this, about listening to your music. I have a thing where I compare artists to other artists and who do you sound like and who is this and who would play after them. And I always come up with like, okay, there's Prince, there's Outkast, there's Lauryn Hill, there's John Legend. Like at one point in your music, you sound so much like John Legend. I was like, yo, this boy is just a star. He's all the stars. And I just get so excited. How was it creating music during the pandemic?
Well, did I create music during the pandemic? I'm trying to remember if I created anything. We released the music during the pandemic. We made it right the year before the pandemic.
And that was the Roots album. It was
the Grown Man Project. Mm-hmm. We made the majority of it 2019. I think it was like the first two songs. I think Want You is 2018, and I just sat on it. And then Girlfriend Tonight, I made in 2013. That was like pre-release, and I redid it and everything, put it out.
That song right there.
Yeah, that was made. No, so we put that was made in 2011 then, because
really
we put it out in 2013. So that's an old song. I think, I was listening to like Bruno Mars and Daft Punk at the time. Mm-hmm. Specifically, I heard the song. So whenever the timeline is whenever Lose Yourself to Dance came out by Daft Punk with Pharrell on it. So I heard that Nile Rodgers groove, and I was like, I need a song like that. And I pretty much like jocked it and just made that song.
It's very Prince to me. It feels very Prince.
I can definitely see that that groove really locks in like that.
Oh man. So what's next?
What is next? What can I say that's next? What am I allowed to say? Next is a lot of the same, bigger, better, bigger stage, higher stakes. I'll say that. I know for sure there's a shameless plug. We have a headlining show at Union Stage. It's my first time headlining that venue. First time headlining something with that many people too. So that's gonna be cool. And a challenge. A little scary because I gotta sell all those tickets. But
you're gonna do just fine.
You'll do just fine.
You are gonna do just fine.
That's next. I've been meeting a lot of my peers that I listen to like on my playlist that I'm finding out they know who I am. So that's been crazy. I was like, wait, you followed me first, and that's insane. And you want to work with me? That's insane. So that's been happening. That's been really cool. Yeah, I think those
Hennessy Blues.
That's about the size of it.
I want to talk about Hennessy Blues because that is such an amazing song as well.
Wow.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Alabama Shakes. Alabama Shakes. I think that year we were making it, I discovered, this is what I did. I was kind of like cerebral making Grown Men. And I was like, what are all the album of the years, like over the years? Like who won, who are best new artists? Like I wanted to bring that energy to this project. I was like, you know what? No one really knows about me right now to like actually nominate me for an actual Grammy. But I wanted to feel like if I could win Best New Artist, I want to win Best New Artist to make that album. That was like a little Kobe challenge we gave ourselves. And so I was like, let me go through I went through all the Black wins, just all of them. I was like, all right, who are all the Black people that won like album of the year? You got Outkast and Lauryn Hill. I was like, so I'm gonna lean heavy on like those feelings.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'll have to find it later and show it to you. But I was like, I do have an Outkast because I think I told you. I was like, yo, you embody like that whole Outkast, like
funny vibe. More so. Fun fact: I still have not listened to Speakerbox. I've only my hip hop friends they murder me every time I say that. It's like I know.
Yes, we're gonna cut this out. The people should not know this. The people should not know this.
They should know this. Edit that out.
No, they should.
The Love Below. I live and die by the Love Below.
Okay.
Is my favorite rapper. Period. Bar
really?
Rapper. Yes.
He's my friend.
Love that guy. He's my dad. We're related. He's my father.
He's your father.
Andre 3000 is my father. Literally is. He just doesn't know it.
He doesn't know.
Making Erykah Badu somehow my mom. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yo, like we have like favorite artists. Andre 3000, Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I am obsessed with Erykah.
Yeah. I mean, I met her in a New Vegan one time and I died and came back to life.
Like you actually walked up to her and said something?
I walked out the bathroom. This person is like towering over me with like these platform, whatever boot, the tallest platform shoes you've ever seen in your life. And I look up and I was like, nice to meet you. She's like, well, it's nice to meet you. And her Erykah Badu, I was like, and I died. And then I was like, I'm gonna leave you alone now. I'll let you order your food. She's like, well, you have a great day. I was like,
you know what? I couldn't even speak to her. We were at South by Southwest a few years ago, and we did the I don't know what stage it was, but it was our stage. Boom Scat was there, Manny was there, a beer. Wow. I think Erykah Badu was the DJ. It was a huge venue.
Wow. So Fat Belly Bella on the 9s and 10. What you say? The 9s and 10?
Yes. And I was backstage, which I normally get my backstage pass away because I want to be in the crowd. I want to experience it with the people. I'm a fan, right? So I go backstage and I turn around and she's sitting in the corner and we lock eyes. So, her eyes are like big. They're piercing. Like, it's like a prayer mantis. So I'm looking at her and I was like, and I didn't look away. And then I just kind of turned away slowly because I didn't, I would have ran over to her, probably sat in her lap. So like, hey, like, God, mommy.
Right.
Oh my goodness. And then I was backstage and somebody came out of her room and was like, Lindsay? And I was like, yes. And they were like, are you Lindsay? And I was like, no, I'm not. But I probably could have gotten her room to speak to her. I hope she sees this and like calls me.
Wow.
I love her so much.
After the interview's over, I'll tell you another story. But anyway, So yeah, Hennessy Blues. Anyway, I was listening to all these people when I came across Alabama Shakes. I was like, I feel like they beat one of my favorite artists one year. I think it was like Kanye or something. They beat him for like album of the year or something like that. But I was like, who are these people? And I wasn't really into like blues or like country rock or anything at that time, which is crazy because I've always liked all types of music. But I finally got around to it, and I was like, this is insanely good. Like, this is really good. Specifically, it's this song called "Give Me All Your Love." But I was like, this is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. I need that type of emotion on my project. And then
they're just so dope, man.
So, and in our session when we called the Grown Man Sessions, I think that was the first song we actually made was Hennessy Blues. Me and my friend Gabe Stillman and John Days, who plays with like this band Oh He Dead, and he's on tour with this guy Barty Strange right now. But both of them came up with that riff, the little and then we got the trumpet player that came in, he laid all those trumpet parts. So that was made the first day of our camp we had in my house. And I freestyled the lyrics, believe it or not. I was like, I need something that sounds like bluesy. So like I went in the corner, it was noisy in the house, and I just like snuck away and kind of like did a demo. And then we cut it for real like later on in the day. He was like, oh, that's good, that'll work. I was like, all right, cool, run with it. There's only one verse, and then the rest of it is mainly music. But that's how we did that song. Another long answer, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. I love long answers because you learn so much. It's a conversation. Can't just be like, yes, I made it and that was it.
Right.
Man, okay. So I heard I have not had the pleasure to see you perform, but I heard your performances are like top notch.
Yeah.
How, like, explain for someone who's never seen you perform before, what can they expect?
Great question. I'll make this answer medium. My favorite performance is Beyonce Deja Vu, the BET Awards. She had like a silver dress on. Jay-Z came out. I think they first kind of like debuted, they were together. I think that was the year like Monique opened up or something like that. But I heard Deja Vu and I was like, I know I heard this song before. I know I liked it, but seeing this made me like the song way more. And I was like, this sounds like the record, but better. It sounds like it's not a different performance. It's not a different song. They didn't change it so much that it's different, but they enhanced it with like the live band. That's like, all right, from now on, I got to have a live band do my stuff. And this was like, when was it? 2004, 5, something. This is before the turn of the century. It's before 2010, definitely. Yeah, Deja Vu, whenever B-Day came out, that's around that time. I was definitely still in high school. But so you expect a live band for sure. I watch Super Bowl performances and I notice they do like the same things. Like it sounds like the record, they probably have like the track playing, but it's the band playing with it and it's really full, but it has that live element feel like a rock band or something crazy. So if you like any of my music on streaming, if you listen to it and you love it, look for that and look for loving it more. Or if you have a song that you're kind of on the fence about and I do it live, expect to go back and love the song. Because I
love that.
I aim to take it like 3 steps above when I do live performances.
Do you dance?
I move. I just started doing more dancing. I don't call myself a dancer, but I'm all over the place. Like I'll be rolling around on the floor. Like I make everybody dance. I do like a Soul Train line on Girlfriend Tonight every show.
Oh, nice.
I do like I split the crowd. I do the Moses thing, split the crowd, have everybody come through, no matter how big the crowd is. I do that. I definitely move around. I have rhythm. I want to graduate to actual like choreo. But I do move. And sometimes I might pick up an instrument or something and play. And like I'll perform. I'm sweating. I'm breaking the big sweat. Dancing is a strong word though.
I look forward to seeing you perform and putting on a show. Cause like you don't have to be the best dancer, but you know, you can put on a show.
Oh yeah. I will say I use the entire stage. I'll say that.
There you go. That is a skill.
Yeah.
That is definitely a skill. So I had the pleasure of going with you to a West African restaurant with the fellas. What an experience. We might show some pictures and some videos during this time. But what have you tried since then? Or have you tried anything since then?
What have I tried since then? I tried making my own fufu. I tried that. It wasn't bad. It was plantain fufu.
Okay.
Any dishes I have not. I want to ask educated people who know. I want my next experience to be as good as that one. I don't want to be such a drop off.
Mm-hmm.
So that what I had like the fufu. I had like this red snapper from like Ghana. Something was amazing.
Right. Yeah.
I had suya. What else have I had? I don't think I've had pepe soup. You gotta say pepe, not pepper.
Pepe.
I've not. Other than my dad, I don't think he really makes it. I think he has his own version of whatever that is. But not much. But I want to try more. It was very good though, and that set the bar very high. I will say.
Yeah, you tore that fish up.
Yeah, it was amazing. I killed it.
I tore my potato rings up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I heard you were an amazing cook.
I would actually say so. Probably, arguably, might be better than the music. Arguably, it's right there.
Whoa! Now that's a huge statement.
Listen. I think I cook better than I sing for sure. I'm a decent singer, but I'm a decent singer. I personally wouldn't consider myself an amazing singer. I'm a passionate singer with a nice voice. Cooking, on the other hand, different set of affairs. Yes.
Really?
I get it done.
Do you love it?
Love it to death. Music and food, two biggest passions.
Oh my goodness. So why don't we have like a dinner party that's a listening session? You cook, and then, oh my gosh, I love this idea.
Please.
I love music and I love to eat. You love music.
I feel like that has to happen. Like you can't that must happen. That must.
Oh my god. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Jerk lamb chops.
Oh, where they?
Real jerk lamb chops on the grill. I smoke them on the grill. Marinated for 3 days. Amazing. Change your life.
What's the side?
I make a mash out of sweet plantains. So what I do is I take the like the caramelized like sweet plantains.
Mm-hmm.
I take that, mash them, put a little bit of heavy cream. So it's almost like it's like mashed potatoes, but it's sweet. It's the texture of mashed potatoes, but it tastes like sweet plantains. With that, I make a relish out of it's just like escovitch vegetables, the same idea. Have you ever had like escovitch? It's like vinegar, brown sugar. Make a relish out of that. Put that over top of the sweet plantain mash with the gravy from the smoked jerk lamb. Put that together.
And the interview is done. Thank you so much for coming. I am on my way, and just, load up the music. And that would be such a great listening session.
Oh yeah. The food would trick you into loving the music. Like someone, like if you had like L.A. Reid there, he'd sign me off of the plate. He'd like,
So. You could get signed by anybody. If it's as good as you're explaining it, the way I'm visualizing it, I'm drooling. I love food.
It's really good.
Oh man, I'm excited. I am really excited for your journey. You are super, super talented.
Thank you so much.
Like, your music has so much emotion in it. You know, like your voice just kind of resonates with anybody. If you're having a hard time and if you're feeling down, then listen to this song. Or if, you know, you're in a sexy mood, listen to this song. Or you have something for everyone. You have the party song. You know what I mean? You have the ooh yeah song. You just have everything for everyone. Do you feel like a star?
Yes, I do. I feel like a star. I feel like a star on a cloudy night.
Ooh.
A really bright star on a cloudy night. I think I'm gonna feel like this, like post big break or whatever. I think, you know, something stars always shine as much as they do, but like they're revealed when there's a clear sky. So waiting for a clear summer night sky.
And what is that clear sky for you?
That's a great question. I guess.
Or do you know? Do you know?
When or what?
What?
To me, that looks like that's exposure. Like more people finding out about it. Like more people like running to me randomly on the street, saying, "Oh, you're that guy." That freaks me out. That happens sometimes now. But just more people being able to see what you see now, all at the same time, and get that momentum.
And you're ready for that?
It's been long enough. Yeah, I'm ready.
Long enough. Like, I mean, okay, so you've been doing music since you were young, but like really, really doing music and putting it out. Mm-hmm. Like, how long would you say that time has been?
Really, really doing music, putting it out, performing. That's been like since 2011. It's 2023 now, so that's over like. So it's definitely 10 years in. So it's long enough to be an overnight success, as the saying goes.
Yeah.
Probably that's going on what? It's going on 13 years.
When did you put your first song out? When did you release your first song?
2009, actually. That's MySpace days. Ooh. And then just getting better at it. Well, I mean, I started out pretty good. I wasn't too bad coming out. And I look at it errors. Then like 2011, I got better than that. There's like a new elevation of what I did. And then I'll say, then 2017 got a little better than that. And then 2020 is like the present, got a little bit, that's grown man, like 2020 era. And then now, like I've learned so much since dropping that. So like the next thing I do is like, whoa, oh, he's for real.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing, like since I've been doing that, is like hear my peers or just like strangers playing them the music. Like earlier people say, oh, this sounds like a real song. It's like, well, most time people play music, it's a bull, you know. But like this sounds like, why aren't you famous already? People say that all the time. I'm like, oh, that's annoying. Don't say that anymore. But
yeah. I think but you know, it's it all depends on what people consider fame and what like their success is never going to be the same as your success. And you know, that question drives me crazy as well. It's like, why isn't he on? How do you know he's not on the way he wants to be on? So you know, for you, just like define your why, define what your on is, and get rooted in that. Be comfortable with who you are. Celebrate yourself.
Oh, wait. Did we go away? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right, cool. All right. You got the look better.
Yeah, celebrate yourself. Make sure you celebrate your wins, right? So when you put out another piece of music, and no matter how many streams it gets on that first release or that first hour, the fact that you put it out, I always say, you know, it's easy to shit on somebody's talent, right? Because it's not your cup of tea. It's hard to appreciate and celebrate them just for having the balls to put it out.
Right.
And that is very, very hard. Like, it's why no matter what, I will never, ever, ever shit on an artist. If it's not my cup of tea, then cool. But I'm going to always celebrate you, because I know how hard it is just to be able to put it out there, and you know you're going to get criticized. Like, you almost prepare for that moment, you know? So
yeah, definitely.
I commend you. I celebrate
Thank you
you.
so
Keep
much.
going. I am very excited for your journey, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. And I'm gonna hold you to some food.
I'm holding you. Listen, like let
me see. I'm gonna write it down. Lamb.
Listen.
And taters.
I am so with it. Wherever you are, like maybe sometime in June. June seems nice.
Yeah, we'll be up there actually the whole month of June.
Oh wow. I've been having this idea of like I did it actually right before the pandemic. I did it at my place. I just invited like some friends of mine, they're all like creatives and artists. I just like cooked for everybody and just sat them down. I did brunch. I was like, the next time I want to do like a grilled situation, like more so dinner. But I haven't done it since the pandemic because like right after I went to LA and I was like gone. So
I would love that.
Yeah. You have it. The answer's already yes on my time, so just let me know when. So
all right, let's do it. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence and your talents. And yeah. So anything else? Do you have anything coming up?
I have Union Stage show June 30th. I know it's all the way in June, but yes, June 30th, Union Stage, headlining. What else coming up? Dinner party with Vee and Friends. That's coming up.
I like that.
I have a lot of new music. We're discussing when we're in the middle of something, so we're discussing when we're going to put it out, but it's ready to go. It's done and everything. So
they're all done.
All done. They're just waiting to be put out. Okay. So I have that, and I'm working on like 2 new things. Other than that, I have one whole project or a bunch of singles. However we release it, it's ready to go. Then I'm working on another one. Then hopefully, end of this year or next year, you'll get another big follow-up like Grown Man, like something like that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're looking forward to it, man. Thank you again. Thank you so much. And we are actually going to hold on one second because I got to hear this one. Can you hear it?
Oh wow. This song. I love that song.
We're gonna just let this one play. Hey.
I want to roll bitches. It's like a blunt, baby. Let me break it down. I want that smoke with you. Yes, I want to roll. Ain't gonna never be sober. Let me come over as soon as your shit is over. Cause I want to hold you right now. I'm taking it out. Hey. Hey. We gon' take it to the wire. No, I can't stop, baby. I'm on fire. Please don't steal my life.
Yo, that part right there, I was like, wait.
Everybody goes crazy when that line.
Yeah, that's like, some real shit right there. Stop stealing my lighter.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice little entendre.
Yes. Very much so. Man, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And we will see each other soon.
For sure.
Take care.
Take care.